Hi, Dav here, and today we have a new episode in the art review series. And today we'll be checking out the work of Jaz Chiang. They like salmon from Taiwan, and I found their work, I believe, through Pinterest. I can't actually remember which one, but I do like it's a bit different from what I would normally explore. It's sort of painted. You can tell it has a painted look, but it's very refined. Well, it reminds me a little bit of a Zeen Chin, right? And I do see, just looking at their portfolio from this view, I see a lot of yellow, a lot of gold sort of elements, and exploring a lot of like traditional, ancient Buddhist sort of themes, right? So world building is going to be A+. World building, the painting style is also A+. And they do a lot. It's not just this one's interesting. So it's like a drawing with some. You do see the line work, but they can go from this to like this. Like Jesus, oh wow, that is a cool piece. Very refined painting style. I do like it. So let me just go further. I want to see more of it. Ooh. Yeah, I think Zeen Chin is definitely a good artist to also check out along with Jaz. Is it Jaz? Jaz. That's a cool name, Jaz. Demon Chicks, always a good thing. I love the horns. Oh, who's the other guy? The rendering style is a bit refined, right? There's another guy. They're a famous one. I can't remember. They do a lot of like samurai chicks before, but now, God, I can't remember the names. So sad, but hopefully I can remember their artwork after this review is done. But yeah. So let's go to their more recent work, because I do think that gets way more consistent. What is consistent though is, like, there's an artist who does concepts or illustrations like this. The chick in the middle with the hat. They're so famous that they're one of the big ones. Like along with Wallop and something. The only guy I remember right now would have to be Zeen Chin. Maybe Sia something also. Let me just move this over here. But yeah, anyway, let's just go back. Oh, look at this. Right, pretty cool. And it looks so finished. It's like a wallpaper. And I do like when they add like the text, like on top, the title, or maybe the date, or maybe their own like tag name. It just adds a bit of that professional look. Here we have, oh, it's a front shot. You're seeing it from the front. I do like the signature in the middle. That's so interesting. Usually you would put it around in the corners, right? But they're putting it in the middle, sometimes alongside the character. That's very sort of cool looking, right? Okay, it's zooming in too much. Oh, look at this. I do see a little bit of texture brushes. Oh, it's a demon chick with her freaking dragon friend. Are the feet out? Yes, they're out. Although we're too zoomed in now, but look at those textures. God damn. It's like a pastel brush. So for those of you who like the pastel look, although they go the smoother route, I mean there are more textured pastels like Sayok or Sok 98. They have a pastel look, but it's more textured. But for smoother looks, you gotta check out Zeen Chin and of course Jaz Chiang. Right? Ooh. I guess their color palette does vary here and there, but it always has that sort of golden feel, like that royal feel to their work, right? And lots of bells, lots of gold stuff, or very very ornamented work. Look at, oh shit. How long would this take? 10,000 hours or something? I don't know. Like there is some kind of narrative to the work. Lots of narrative concepts here. Like it just makes you wonder, like, what is this? What's the story behind this thing? And yeah, they do explore the background as well. Look at these ones. What are those ball things? Are those fruits? I do see some flying lanterns, I think. Are they flying lanterns or are they just normal lanterns, right? The background, the dragon, the actual character. Even the grass looks so pretty. Oh, it's so over. Right. Oh, this was like creepy as hell. So it's like a floating monk in the alleyway. Here we have, oh no, she's being attacked, or maybe that's her crane sort of friend. A lot darker, but again, it has those sort of glowy elements in her eyes, in the jewelry. And even you see some splatter or particle stuff around the bird. The bird. Also reminds me a little bit of a Apertus something. Although they do a lot of like horror stuff. The rendering style, painting style is a bit similar. Oh no. Look at Oh, I do see. They're like splatter brushes. And some of them have a little bit of that transparency. It's like a watercolor brush splatter, right? I have one of those, I think, somewhere, but I don't usually use it. But they don't overdo it though. It's very minimal. It's like an extra sort of touch thing to add a bit of like extra flavor. So I think the signature is in the middle. It's so cool to see that. Oh, lots of blurs being used. Oh, naughty. This one's nice. I do like the dogs are out. But yeah, very fluid. I do like the anatomy. It's so organic looking. It's not always like straight lines. Oh shit. She's kind of hiding under that stool. Her is the dragon dead? I'm not sure. But that's like a horrific theme, like a horror theme. Oh no, what's happening here? It's one of those relationships. Again, look at the fashion. It's so ornamental. Lots of different, like the fabrics, the design. It's a lot of detail. Go home. Okay, this was like a horror thing again. They do like exploring the horror concept. So there's someone at the top. It's actually scaring me. I'm not really good with horror movies or concepts. So this one's like a lot of pink, a lot of purple. They do like to play a lot with the hues. You know how you open like a clam, right? And you see the insides and you see the kind of rainbow thing. It reminds me of that. Not all of their artwork, but pretty much most of it. All right. So first, it's more noticeable in other works, like kind of like this one too. Pastel is not just about like the actual brush; it's the colors that are typically used. Because if you look at like traditional pastel paintings or sketches, they do like to play with the hues. It's one of their known characteristics. Oh, I like this one. So it's a bunch of people running away, playing around. Oh, they can draw feet pretty well. Where is it? Oh, let's check this. Did they see this already? I'm not sure. Okay, it's still loading. Maybe it's a big oh, wow, look at that. I do like the sun, the sort of red sun circle thing at the top. It's so dominant. Oh, those shoes are so interesting. Right? Even the dragon's face, there's so much hue variety there. And the colors are not it's more of a tint. Right? It's like a tint means it's being mixed with white. So it's saturated but to the lighter side. Right? There is contrast, but it's not so strong. I think I've seen this already. Oh, this was nice. Oh no, he got it. Or she got it. But they look pretty well being hit. I do see a lot of like each piece could be like its own thing in a way. So his hand is sort of reaching out. right? There's so much like going on here. Reminds me of one of those like Chinese paintings, the watercolor or sumi. Sumi, I think sumi is Japanese, right? Oh shit. But you get the point. Like the bamboo sort of paintings, right? On the board things. Pretty cool. But and again, the hues, those particles, splatter brushes. Oh, what's this? She's like a fairy, or she's falling down. Those dogs. What is this? Oh, right. Even the characters kind of behind her. Like it just makes you think, like, what's going on here? What's happening? Who are these people? Is she being like is she like a sacrifice? Is she being led to her death or something? Damn, they're rendering the feet pretty well. I mean, look at the toes. Oh, Jazz. Oh, Jazz. By the way, I'm gonna try and remember it because there's an artist aside from Zeen Chin who, especially with the character, the chick, they do. Oh my god, it's a big guy too. Or is it a guy? I don't know. It's a big, well-known artist. And I think they have a YouTube channel before. I'm not sure if they post still, but I forgot this one. Wow. They're mixing that sort of traditional vibe or concepts rather, and they're in like an old sort of abandoned place. Very magical-esque. Here we have some line work. Maybe that's how they usually start, and then they get to something like this. Damn. So anyway, that's it for this art review of Jaz Chiang. I will link their links in the description below, and I will try to find artists who are kind of like jazz. Is it jazz? Jazz, like jazz. And yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed Jazz's work, and I'll see you in the next art review. Bye.